When fans reflect on Lost, they often recall the complex relationships between the island's survivors and its many mysterious inhabitants. One such character, Benjamin Linus, played by Michael Emerson, became one of the most fascinating and divisive figures on the show. Originally planned as a minor role, Ben would go on to become one of the series' most iconic villains. However, in an intense moment in Season 2, Ben's journey almost came to an early end when Sayid Jarrah, Naveen Andrews, nearly killed him. Had Sayid succeeded, Lost might have unfolded very differently. Ben Linus' captivity, a turning point. In Season 2, Ben, who had infiltrated the survivors' camp under the alias Henry Gale, was captured by Danielle Rousseau and handed over to the survivors. They were convinced he was one of the others, the mysterious group that had terrorized them since the crash. After being tortured by Sayid, Ben spun a story about his balloon crash and his supposedly dead wife. Despite his claims, Sayid remained skeptical, especially after discovering the body of the real Henry Gale, further confirming that Ben was lying. While the tension grew, it was Ana Lucia Cortez, Michelle Rodriguez, who would ultimately play a key role in Ben's survival. Despite Sayid's decision to kill Ben after learning the truth, Ana Lucia intervened at the last moment, preventing Sayid from pulling the trigger. Sayid's gun may have even jammed if she hadn't stopped him. What would have happened if Sayid had killed Ben? Had Sayid gone through with the execution, the course of events on the island would have drastically changed. The death of Ben Linus, the leader of the others, would have thrown their already fragile leadership into chaos. It's likely that Richard Alpert, who had known Locke for decades, might have seized the opportunity to elevate Locke as the new leader of the group. This could have led to a more direct conflict between the survivors and the others, or possibly a unification of the two groups, depending on how the island's power structure shifted. Ben's death would also have left the others without their manipulative and calculating figurehead, which may have altered the outcome of many storylines. The fallout could have reshaped the fates of other major characters, including Jack Shephard and John Locke, whose destinies were so closely tied to Ben's. The evolution of Ben Linus. Interestingly, Michael Emerson's character wasn't originally intended to last beyond a few episodes. The role was meant to be a temporary one, with Ben dying after Sayid discovered his deception. However, Emerson's performance was so compelling that co-showrunners Damon Lindelof and Carlton Cuse decided to evolve the character, giving him an extended arc that would make him both a villain and a tragic figure. As the series progressed, Ben's character evolved from a sinister manipulator to a man seeking redemption, making his eventual fate all the more impactful. The show's creators recognized the potential in Emerson's portrayal and shifted the direction of the character, allowing him to stay on the island longer than originally planned. A what-if scenario. How different would Lost have been? Looking back on this pivotal moment in Lost, fans can't help but speculate about how the show might have unfolded if Sayid had been successful in killing Ben. Without Ben, the dynamic between the others and the survivors would have been vastly different. In fact, the eventual alliances and betrayals that shaped the latter seasons might have played out in a completely different manner. While the island's mysteries would still have remained, the complex web of power, loyalty, and survival that defined much of the show's narrative would have been drastically altered. Even though Sayid's choice to spare Ben didn't eliminate the trouble he caused later, it certainly set the stage for some of the most memorable and dramatic moments of the series. Ironically, Ben's near-death moment in Season 2 proved to be a significant step in solidifying his role as one of Lost's most complex and memorable characters. Lost is available for streaming on Netflix, Disney+, and Hulu, as well as on DVD and Blu-ray.